I had only one theme park remaining, and this one in particular holds a great debt to perhaps my favorite film of all time. The centerpiece of Western Leone is, of course, Sweetwater, the McBain farm that later becomes home to Claudia Cardinale in Once Upon a Time in the West. I've also come to learn that a great deal of Kill Them All and Come Back Alone was shot here, and this theme park resembles the other two in many ways. It has the same kind of western streets that you might expect, but obviously with the McBain farm as the centerpiece, now acting as a saloon, it's a lot of fun. I was initially quite unimpressed with this. It was looking like it would be my least favorite of the three for quite a while, and then it did get more lively later on. While the shows at the other parks focused more on stunts, this focused more on acting and comedy, and it was quite entertaining. It was also very intimate because it was performed all in the saloon with only about, I mean, this was because it wasn't crowded, but only about a dozen people around to watch it, but everyone got a great view. It was nice. It was a lot of fun.
So the McBain farm itself, Sweetwater, the house here, it appears to be bigger in the movie, and in fact there's a painting inside this house now saloon that kind of confirms that. They had a show at 12:30 inside the saloon, which was great. A lot of great audience participation. They actually pulled someone up and had her act, someone probably in her early 20s, and they played cards with her, and then eventually they shot her. And it makes me think that maybe they might have talked to her ahead of time, because she she reacted perfectly with the timing of being shot. But it was very funny. No, it was great. Like all the other shows I've seen, it's in Spanish, as one would expect. But yeah, I've kind of done a 180 on this place in the last hour or so. Like when I first got here, it was like completely dead. I mean, I was literally the first one here. I was probably the only one here for the first 30 or 45 minutes, and eventually people started coming in. I wouldn't exactly describe it as crowded, but it is lively. A lot of families, a lot of kids, and once again, we had a crying kid at the show. This time before a bullet was even fired. It was when when they were fighting, and they actually pretended to take a chair to the poor young woman that they pulled from the audience, which was really funny. And no, this place is pretty great. It's no Oasis Mini Hollywood. That's clearly the crown jewel of these three Western theme parks, but I would say this is on par with Fort Bravo. You know, the show didn't have the stunts that Fort Bravo had, but the show was still very good. And I mean, I didn't see the Fort Bravo Texas Hollywood show inside the saloon, so I'll admit that I missed some stuff. But um, in terms of giving me the recognizable sets, and in terms of just like the authenticity, I think this place is great. And like I said, I think this is the best location. This is the neatest surrounding area, I would say. I've been here probably a little over 3 hours. I don't think it's not a full day attraction. I think the only one here that is Oasis Mini Hollywood. but I certainly feel like I got my money's worth. This is about half the price of Fort Bravo, Texas Hollywood, about a third of the price of Oasis Mini Hollywood. So keep that in mind if you're coming. But yeah, this is wonderful. It's just maybe arrive a little later in the day because it is fairly dead around 10 or so when I got here.